Good morning, everybody on Twitch and YouTube. Welcome. It is Tuesday, May 27th, 2025. Crazy, we're already almost June, which means we're going to be halfway through the year already, which is a little bit scary to think about. But welcome, guys. Hope everybody's having a great day. Sorry for the late start again. It was kind of a frustrating morning. I think we're just going to stick to 11:30 start times for the rest of the week here for the next couple streams that we have left, because yeah, I don't know, this whole I was really trying to do this by 10:30, and then that turned into 11 o'clock, and then it was just a whole thing, and we're not going to do that again. We're just going to stick with 11:30 for the rest of the week. So yeah, guys, 11:30 is going to be start time for the rest of the week. Anyway, I'm just doing the New Sky flight plan right now. Getting that loaded up in SimBrief. And we're going to start the flight since we are at the gate and at the correct airport and in the correct airplane. Slammer 107, Pitt to Dulles. There it is in the EFB. Let's go to the ground services, and now we can request boarding. Boarding requested. Actually, wait, I'm sorry. Load aircraft, GSX. Boarding only. Yes, load the fuel instantly. It's fine. Trego Dugan's good. And so if the fuel is on, let's go ahead and get the fuel pumps on and get the APU kicking as well. Let's go flying, boys. Tune in from work. Thanks for the company. No worries, Captain Burger. What's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Let's go flying. Well said, man. Thank you for the company. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Welcome on board. Mexican Aviator, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream on your descent to Midway. Nice. What plane are you flying? We're in the FENIX now, but I've been thinking a lot about the MAX lately. We're going to get back in the 737 MAX. Nice. Are you in the MAX, Mexican Aviator, or are you in the NG?
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
We're filed on VATSIM as well. Oh, shoot. Yeah, we got to get this APU started quick, because when they connect, it's going to disconnect the GPU. Forgot about that. NG, nice.
Passengers boarding starting.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Alright, looks like we are good on the APU, so that means the GPU can get disconnected and everything will be okay.
This way. Hello.
Oh, geez, you hear that, Mexican Aviator? We got more child labor going on back there.
Good morning.
Good morning. Slammer 107
Boarding pass.
has the 250 today. We'll keep that for now. 99 on the cost index. We'll burn it.
Welcome on board.
Wonder if there's a way of adding custom uniforms to the flight attendant. Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. Oh, there's our jet bridge, if anyone was wondering. Okay. All right. We're going to take a look at our flight plan. Time to Google. You said it was a shaky descent. Why? What's the matter with your descent going into Midway? Oh, on the Gibbs 5. Oh, yeah, baby. All right, let's see. Where's... Washington Dulles weather 090 at 5, so they're going to land... Well, this has us landing south. It's only 5 knots. We'll take 19 left. Is that the long taxi or no? No, we'll take it. That's fine. Okay, so we'll do 19 left. We're gonna depart off runway. It's closed in real life, but it's not closed in the sim. We're gonna depart off runway 28 right, pit 5 departure. Going into Dulles, we'll take ILS 19 left. on the Gibbs 5 arrival from Morgantown VOR. And via, we could take it from, I don't know, let's see. Alice 19 left. Lemieux is the long one, but we won't go out that far. Little windy, going to the Windy City, my home airport. Nice, Mexican Aviator. Very, very nice. Might do midway to Chicago for a repo flight. Yeah, the repo flights are always cool. Or empty zero packs repo flight. Pit 5 is up to 4,000. Actually, it's 5,000, I believe, for jets. I think it's 4,000 for props. Yeah, 5,000 for jets. So we'll climb take 5,000. Get the VORs on, and we'll just step through this real fast. It's just radar vectors to your first fix, which for us is Morgantown, so it'll be a turn to the south. And then we'll have our join up with our arrival at our flight level 240 at Brandon. Hi Roy, Jim V, Tabby, Kicker, Iggy, and then it kind of takes you down, and then basically Gibbs and Sunny J, and then Udiu, and then Cuxy, Matt C, and then in the downwind for 19 left if they're landing south. So, oh, 737, 900, and a 320, nice. Yeah, those repo flights are fun sometimes, you know. We're Slimmer 107 this morning in the A320. Okay, there's our auto ATC. .3. I probably should have known that on the CTAP frequency here. Boarding is complete. So 28.3 on the CTAF frequency. Auto ATC says squawk 2310 for our flight to Pittsburgh today. I gotta do this. I forgot about that. 2310. TARA on. Squawking mode C now. Didn't get to finish this flight yesterday. Why not? Okay, let's we'll send this all to the McDo, and then we'll go. Okay. Interesting. We'll go off runway 28 right for departure today. Had a cookout yesterday. Oh yeah, it was Memorial Day. Calculate all that and send that all to the McDo. How was it, Mexican Aviator? Was everything good? Flight plan's good. Radnav's good. Prague page, we're going back to Washington Dulles from yesterday's flights, continuing that. Everything looks good here. Flaps 1. Fuel looks good. And we're just going to copy the active and put it all in there. Perf page can stay. And I believe that makes us ready for pushback. New Sky is started and ready. Everything is ready over here. The APU is online. So we're going to go ahead and flick the beacon light on and get ready to rock and roll here.
Locking gear.
Well, I went to like a museum. Interesting. All right. What kind of museum? It was cool seeing all the veterans in their uniforms. Yeah, that is cool. Beautiful Slammer Air livery created by our boy LUNAR. You can get all his stuff in the description below. We're gonna go nose to the right. I mean, really, it would just be a straight back. But we'll just do nose right. That's fine.
Release parking brakes, please.
Go ahead and release the brakes for him, and we'll get the doors shut.
All engines clear. Start at will.
Engines are clear. We'll flip the ignition to start, and we've got good bleed pressure. Let's go ahead and start engine number 1. What airport, Mexican Aviator? We are in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania today, going from Pittsburgh to Washington Dulles. I believe, Mexican Aviator, that Southwest has a flight from Pitt to Midway. If you ever wanted to fly here, this is a freeware scenery too. It's pretty good. Yeah, scenery actually is pretty good. It's pretty accurate. These engine starts are definitely pretty quiet. Not to say that isn't like realistic or anything like that, but like after starting up the Max and like the 7.3 sometimes with the Boris sound packs and stuff, it's like, oh my gosh. Good engine start on engine number 1. Let's put number 2.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Start number 2.
We have a good engine start.
Slimmer with the old Airbus cockpit would be cool.
Unlocking gear.
What do you mean? The old Airbus cockpit. What does course do? Course what? In the 737? I don't think Airbus has course, does it? Were you seeing that somewhere? Yeah, in the 737. It lines you up with the... It's your final approach course, essentially. So when you're shooting an ILS, you don't have to do it with an RNAV approach, but when you're shooting an ILS, you have to tune that into the runway heading. So if you're landing on, for example, runway... let me see. If you're landing on runway 19 left here in Washington, you're going to want to set that course to this right here, final approach course 191, or else it won't capture the
Left is
localizer.
clear. Right is clear.
All right, everything seems to be clear. We've got good engine starts. Let's go ahead and start up, or I'm sorry, flaps 1, ignition off, reset the rudder trim. We got max auto brakes, and we get the APU coming off and taxi light on. And just like that, I believe we're going to be ready to rock and roll as long as they are out of the way, which they are for the most part. Have a good trip. Thank you. There they go. Bye-bye. All right. Let's do it here, guys. I haven't checked VATSIM radar at all yet. Like and subscribe if you guys are new around here. Like I said, we're trying to get some things going on Twitch as well. So if you are watching on YouTube, you can do !Twitch in the chat. Go watch over there. There's less delay in the chat and everything. So yeah, guys, feel free to go ahead and watch on there as well. All right, we're going Pittsburgh to Dulles. Looks like there's nobody here. I'll make some traffic calls, though. No flying to Midway all the time, but I'm excited. Oh, yeah? Might hit up an Ain't No Love in Oklahoma. Oh, that's a great song. That is a great song. All right, we're just going to be Victor Bravo. Or Tango Bravo. Pit traffic, Slimmer 107, taxi runway 28 right by Tango Bravo. Pit traffic. Just finished Twisters yesterday. Oh, you watched the whole movie? Is there an original? I didn't know that that was a remake. I never actually watched the full movie. I started watching it, but honestly, I didn't really think it was all that good. I mean, it was okay, but like, I don't know, it didn't really keep my attention. Just paying attention to the cars. Nice. Takeoff config is all good. Should have used a 737. We're definitely going to be back in the Max later this week. I think we've flown 2 days this week in the 320. I think we're going to do some flying in the Max after this. And honestly, I have some ideas. Oh, instead of cars for Twisters. I don't think that would have worked very well. I really want to get back in the 737 Max, though. Alright guys, next intersection is ours. Maybe a really old Cessna. That could have worked. I would have got blown away by the tornadoes though. Pittsburgh traffic, Slimmer 107, taking runway 28 right from Bravo 1 on the Pit 5 departure, Pittsburgh. Alright guys, let's get some togas in the chat. Let's do this thing. Get all of our lights on. Oh, jeez. Maybe the caravan? Caravan would have been perfect. You're so right. We can just take it on the roll. We'll spool them up 50. And set takeoff power. Oh, I'm really trying to hold that center line. 80 knots. Oh, jeez, dude. V1 and rotate. Positive rate gears coming up. And through no turns below 1700 on the pit 5. Let's say they gave us a turn to the south. They give us a left turn heading 180, let's say. I love vectoring myself, says Mexican Aviator. Did it not? Should have. Boo Fan Man, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Said I love the 320. Dude, I love the 320 as well, man. This is a great airplane, especially the FENIX. FENIX is just so good. Yo. Guys, did Lunar do amazing on this livery or what? I mean, oh my gosh. Looks so good. When the FENIX Neo comes out, I'm retiring the CEO. Bro, when the 220 comes out, oh my gosh, the 220 is going to be insane. All right, we are going to climb maintain 14,000. Flaps up.
Seatbelt fastened whilst the seatbelt sign is on. We recommend.
Just go autopilot on here and shoot. I always forget to do these lights off. Right after rotation, disarm the ground spoilers as well. And we're out of here. Really don't like the 220? Really? I like the 220 a lot. I think that thing is sick. And so they gave us direct to Morgantown. Direct to Morgantown in nav mode. Looks like fall on the seasons. Love the howl on the Neo engines. Yeah, the Neo engines do that, and I mean, if you love the howl on the Neo engines, you should love the 220 engines. They're crazy. Some beautiful Slammer air ops today. What is that? Is it the registration on the bottom of the wing? I never really noticed that. 319 Neo. And then the Morgantown VR starts our arrival into Washington Dulles. So, like I said, I think that's why it gave us a little bit higher of a cruising altitude. We had 220 yesterday coming here, and it's 250 on the way to Dulles. So I think, again, that's because of that's the lowest altitude technically we could have been, because we're going east, so we got to be odd. And the first fix is Brandon, or the second fix of the arrival is Brandon, but the first one with an altitude restriction is Brandon at Atterbury flight level 240. Holden, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. What is going on, Holden? I feel like it's been a while. What's up? Lights coming off through 10,000, strobes to auto, and seatbelt signs are going to stay on for now. School is done, life is good. Amen. Well said, Mexican Aviator. Vu, how's your training going? Spooled up. What's up, man? Welcome to the stream. I use the 320. Haven't pulled the trigger yet on the P. Have to reinstall my drivers for the Thrustmaster. They go bonzo every time I have a power failure. Well, welcome to the stream. Spooled up. What do you mean by the P? Do you mean the Phoenix? Yeah, what? Every time you lose power at your house, your drivers go crazy on Thrustmaster? Dang, that sucks, bro. Holds said nothing. Busy last week. Had a nice holiday though. That's good. Yeah, man, that's awesome. That is awesome. Vu said finally got the fly-by-wire 320 Neo shenanigans down. About time to buy the Phoenix. Got some low ceiling today with some showers, so see if I can go fly. Yeah, that's oh shoot, I forgot I didn't set it at 250. I was like, why are the engines spooling down? We'll just, there we go. Recommend getting a throttle quadrant? Mexican Aviator, yeah, I would. I mean, I have the Bravo throttle quadrant. I would definitely recommend it. It just, I don't know. I think it makes things easier. I just think it makes things easier. And they're not that expensive either. Phoenix, I use the fly-by-wire. Oh, okay. Listen, guys, by the way, I saw Vu do this too. Phoenix, the way they spell it is just F-E-N-I-X. That's why I was confused whenever you said the P. I was like, wait. Really, it would be the F. But yeah, 100% recommend the Phoenix, dude. Phoenix is great. Fly-by-wire is great too, so... yeah, I mean, they're both really awesome. But yeah, definitely recommend the Phoenix for sure. Perfect for instrument, yeah, well said, Vu. Like I said, that's awesome. I can never get over that you're actually getting instrument time in your instrument training. It's so great. Like I said, I finished with like 1 hour of instrument, dude, so that's great. Good for you. Kind of awkward, like crossing my hands. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I mean, I never didn't have a throttle quadrant. Even whenever I first started, before I got the Bravo, because the Bravo is a little more expensive than the one I had. What I had was the Logitech one, with just like the 3 levers, and I would just bind the like one throttle to, you know, 2 to both of them essentially, and just use that. So at least get that or something. Like, that's a pretty inexpensive option. So at least try to get the Logitech throttle quadrant. Mexican Aviator. Holden said, love the Phoenix. The flight model is awesome and systems are very well done. Yeah, I think so too. Have the Bravo also need to buy a throttle kit for the Airbus? Well, if you do, spooled up, if you do go and buy a throttle kit, I have the ProDesk Sim 3D printed throttles, and I also have a code over there that you can use for, I actually forget how much off. Let me see. I think it's like 10% off or something. Yeah, spooled up. I use the ProDesk Sim throttles, and I absolutely love them. I absolutely love them. So if you do want to get them, I have a code that you can use for money off. Which, now that I mention it, let me see if I can get into my email and get that on my YouTube, because I only have it on my Instagram. Yeah, if you use code FlightSimCaptain at checkout, you get 15% off, actually, any product. So I'll wait for the Windwing Airbus, Mexican Aviator says. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I need to start getting some Windwing stuff, dude. Gotta start getting some Windwing stuff. Okay, if you go here, I'll put it in the chat. I'm trying to get it in my description. I'll just put it in the chat though. I don't know if it has to be all caps or not, but it's in all caps, so just use that code when you go to checkout and you get 15% off. Oh, Limp, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Just gonna be enough to get us on top here, it looks like. All right, let me see. I just put that on in my channel link. So let me see if I go click that. Okay, all right. It seems like it works. So now you can go to my, the link in my YouTube bio for a discount on ProDesk Sim. $34.42. When is our descent? 7 miles. Okay, so we're just gonna set what's bottom altitude on our star? 6,000 at Gibbs. So we're just going to go ahead and set that. We'll go ahead and push that, and we'll tune up 3442. $34.42 for the everything in Dulles. Take a look at the weather in Washington Dulles while we're coming down here. Altimeter 3035. Temperature is 18 degrees. Winds are 090 at 5. 502 on the decision height. And that's going to be about it. So that's our descent preparations complete. We're going to be low on the auto brake is fine. Everything else looks good here. Oh, what the freak. All right. And while we're on our way down, we are going to start taking a look at the verse of the day, which is 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 8. First Timothy chapter 4 verse 8 says, for while bodily training is of some value, godliness is of value in every way, as it holds promise for the present life and also for the life to come. So this speaks to me pretty loudly, because I was literally just at the gym and everything, and it's easy to get caught up in yourself and easy to get caught up in how you look, and think that maybe that is why we should be doing what we're doing. But Timothy here is saying, hey, no, it's actually has very little to do with anything. So again, while your bodily training and your working out and everything that you're doing is of some value, here on earth, and you do want to treat your body right, godliness is of value in every way, and not only in this life, but in the life to come. Godliness is of value. So, while you're in the gym, that's great, but make sure that you are also in the Word of God, exercising your mind as well. Let's go to enduring word and see what it has to say about 1 Timothy chapter 4 verse 8. I'm trying to see if there's any extra context, something that we're missing. But rejoice, this is 7 through 10. It has reject profane and old wives' fables, and exercise yourself toward godliness. For bodily exercise profits a little, but godliness is profitable for all things, having promise of life that is now and that is which to come. This is faithful, saying, and worthy of all acceptance. For to this end we both labor and suffer reproach, because we trust in the living God, who is the Savior of all men, especially in those who believe. So, yeah, I guess it's pretty much, there's not really any context we're missing. It doesn't seem like that's pretty much how it is. Godliness is profitable for everything, and exercising your body, working out your body is a good thing, but not necessarily necessary for salvation, obviously. We could use fitness as a crutch sometimes. Oh, if I weigh this much, I'll be happy. Or, oh, if I look like this, I'll be happy. But, again, the only thing that truly is going to make you happy is godliness. And the only thing that's truly ever going to fill that void is godliness. So, oh, it needs some drag, huh? Going boards out. Altimeter road, it was like 3018 or something like that. 3035. Holy smokes. Very high pressure here in Washington Dulles. Only got one guy on the ground in Dulles. How's YouTube? How YouTube doing? Reverser didn't work. I overran. Max Invader says, "You got to figure out that thrust reverser situation, man. That's crazy." Oh my gosh, that is too funny. Didn't that happen at Midway, or was it O'Hare? That was one of the Chicago ones. Southwest went into the freaking highway. Happened at Midway, and they went into a neighborhood. Rip. So did United, really? I never heard about that. We might be able to sneak in another leg today. Alright, let's see. We don't have to go direct to Lemieux. Let's see, what could they give us? Domsy's the final approach fix. Let's say they gave us direct to... Let's see, Domsy's final approach fix. They gave us direct to Loot. Let's go direct to Loot. Loot is going to be at 2,000. Let's get LS mode on. Loot's at 2. Are we going to make it? I think we'll make it. Imagine if Flight Sim hardware stores were more like accessible. What do you mean, like a wall, like it's like a physical store? Just turn the brightnesses down just a little bit. Yeah, that would be cool, but there's probably not like a Best Buy for Flight Sim. Probably just not enough demand for it. So why are we going so slow? What is happening? We're at 300 feet per minute. Is it? Does it have, is the Prague page where the vertical profile is? Where, I think 2,000 feet low is what it's saying. Yeah, so I think it's kind of just hanging out. And have motion flight sims, I'll work there? Dude, that'd be sick. I'd work there. Sky on the ground, United 1786. Oh, he's got a long flight ahead. New business idea. Coming up on 10,000 slowly but surely. We'll wait on the landing lights because it'll take a minute to get there. Let's see, what flights? Is there another flight that I could do? I wasn't planning on doing another one, but we are getting in here a little earlier than I thought. Is this the new Global Airlines? Something like that. Something like that. Let's say just FYI, when we're booking our flights, a new sky, we need to adjust the slider for the cargo or the passenger. Oh. Nah, Midway's too far. Mexican Aviator. DCA could happen. JFK could happen, actually. I think. Let me see. It's not showing me. Or no, wait. Going to book your flight. Tell her to bring no bags. Where should we go? Yeah, I could go to JFK. Could I go to JFK though? Would it let me in the 320? Or do we have that only as... Yeah, Dallas to JFK. We could do it in the 320. Charlotte's... Could do Charlotte. We go to Charlotte a lot though. We could do JFK. I say let's do JFK. I'm hoping this is actually going to catch a descent profile and not just sell me. Let's get our lights coming on. Seatbelt signs never even came off. And we can turn our brightnesses back up a bit here. All right, looks like it is going to catch a profile, so that's good. Yeah, we could probably do a JFK flight. Yeah, we're gonna stay in the bus. We're gonna go Charlotte to JFK next, I do believe here. No, we're going Dulles to JFK. What? No. No one said anything about Charlotte. We're not going to Charlotte. We're going Washington Dulles to JFK. We're not. Nobody said anything about Charlotte. You said Charlotte. I'll pull the clip up. Sorry if I misspoke, but we're not going to Charlotte. We're going to JFK. Tray table. Wants to drag. How do you put this thing away? Okay. About 10, 13 from loot. Oh, dude, we could have made straight in for like 3-0 too. That could have been kind of cool. Or wait, no, I'm sorry. It would have been. Would it have been? Looks like it would have been 1-2. Oh yeah, yeah, it would have been 1-2. Start thinking about slowing down here. 10 miles from loot. I want to at least get it to the point where I can start adding flaps, because this plane could be tough to slow down. Let's get to 220. Let's do that. Go half speed brakes. Washington Dulles traffic, Slammer 107. We're about 8 miles from Loot to the northwest, inbound for the visual runway 19 left, Dulles traffic. All right, speed brakes can go away. Let's go flaps 1. Whoa, what's our speed doing that? Is approach phase activated? It is. Let's give the speed back to it so we can start trying to get down that final approach speed. It's arm approach mode. Let's get that speed brake all the way out. Probably go gear down here because we are fast. That speed is just not coming down, dude.
2,500.
Alright, gear down, that should help. We got full speed brake out. There we go. Flaps 2. Limp said you get a landing rate for both times. For the both times you touched down. I actually did, Limp. I did. I got one that was like 400, then the next one was like 18 or something like that. I did get 2 landing rates the other day. Flaps full. Let's get some landing rates in the chat here, guys. I understand if you guys say over 500. Arm that bad boy. Flaps are full. We should be landing no blue here in just a moment. Miss approach altitude is 3,000. We'll set that. There we go. Glide slope localizer both captured. Watch Dulles traffic. Slammer 107. Turn about an 8-mile final. Runway 19 left. Dulles. Mexican aviator. That's crazy. That's crazy. So I'm going to start the flare a little bit early, unlike last time. Mexican aviator, our quality control guy. All right. 340 and 165. I like Limp's playing it safe. Negative 100, Holden says. All right, let's see what we got here. We got a little crosswind from the left. Nothing crazy. Autopilot's coming off. Let's do this thing. On the Airbus, we don't slam, only Boeing. Okay. So my flare needs to be like that much. Okay. So it's pretty good. Like I said, it's, I don't know, 245. Only Boeing, you said, Mexican aviator. Only Boeing. Oh. Oh, please don't. Whoa! That wasn't my fault. I think you flared too much, but that's just me. Well, usually I think you're right, Limp, but yesterday I didn't flare at all because this, I don't know why my like side stick setting is like, I have to pull like that right there was me going full aft on the side stick right there. I feel like it should have been, I don't know. We'll see.
$500. $100 above. 200. Minimum.
Landing.
100. 50.
Okay.
40. 30. 20. Retard.
No, see, it bounced again. I mean, we'll take it. The first touchdown definitely wasn't as bad as last time. It's just like it lags behind so much. I want this exit right here. It lags behind so much. Like, I literally, I don't know. I started flaring probably at like 40 feet. It is what it is. We'll go this way. It's fine. We won't take the reverse. Take Kilo 5. Used to have that problem of a bounce. Well, it's just that it is what it is. All right, welcome to Washington Dulles. Let's get the lights that we don't need off anymore and start up that APU. Flaps come up. Speed brakes can get disarmed. Can you delete that? No. I don't know how, and I don't really care that much. I mean, it's not hurting anybody, so it's just some stupid ad or something.
Duties. However, we ask that
That's slammer air, baby.
Until the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched off. Portable electronic devices for messaging, calls, or internet access may now be used.
Holston had that problem before Limp corrected me. He said to cut throttles at 30 feet. No, I'm telling you, it's just. Maybe you're right. Maybe I need to cut the throttles later. It's not responsive. Like, my side stick is like lagging behind. Like whenever I go to flare, I don't know, it feels like there's a dead zone or something. Like, I think it's a setting thing. Like, I need to go back and look at the settings. You might be right though. I tried cutting the throttles right at 50 there just to see, just so I could think about less, because I figured we were gonna bounce anyways. So if we have power in still, it's just gonna be a disaster. It wasn't as bad. Is it a you problem? Probably, Mexican Aviator. Alright, so now that we're here, I'm gonna try to book... I don't know. No, I don't want to do it. It's not the time. Southwest taxiing? Yeah. Is this... This is our turn. Shoot, I was going for our turn in real life. Yeah, Dulles is fun too. There's like... Whoa, really? There's all these like baggage carts that like cross the roads and stuff like that, and they try to like cut you off. It's pretty fun. Nevertheless, I was correct in my prediction there. 2 landing rates. Did landing rate monitor give me 2? Because I know New Sky gave me 2. New Sky definitely gave me 2. I guess I didn't really have to taxi all the way over here. I could have just stayed on that side and gone off 19 left, but that's okay. We'll just do this. Flight to JFK should be... I don't know. We'll see. We'll try to make it happen. In worst case scenario, I'll figure it out. We'll make it happen. Where is the line? Alright, APU should be on already, and we'll go ahead and stop it there, set the parking brake. Let's get the bleeds on so we can get the engines off. And wait for those to be below 10%. Close that flight. Did I turn the beacon off? I was gonna say, usually it turns off with the beacon, or the flight gets closed with the beacon. Alright, let's see. We'll do the deboarding for now. But whenever I'm ready, whenever we're done with New Sky, we'll get out of here for the next flight. Let's go ahead and take a look at New Sky. I got a 981 max landing weight again. Whatever. Great touchdown. See, it was a great landing, guys. No issues. $10,000 for the brand And let's book a new flight. So we're going to go ahead and do this. So, Limp, what were you talking about with the sliders? Dulles at JFK. We're going to do it in the 320. 320 Sierra Alpha. Departure in... let's make it at least 10. Oh, sorry, 25. That's fine. I don't know. We'll just see. I'll turn that down a little bit and see if that changes anything. Let's book the flight. Send it to the OFP for sim brief. And that's pretty much gonna do it for that. I'll just refresh it over here. Slimmer 341. We're gonna pre-file on that sim. Let's go over here. We're gonna disconnect. File on that sim, Slimmer 341. Reconnect a Slimmer 341 A320. And we got a new squat code, new charts. Well, that guy's got 2 at once. That's crazy. That's efficiency right there. All right, so let's go over here. We're just going to dismiss that. Re-import from SimBrief. Dulles at JFK. We're going to load aircraft instantly. We don't have time for none of this. We are going to send all that to the McDo. I'm going to go here, I think, sync load sheet, sync weather, calculate, send all that to the McDo, which I hope worked. It didn't. Oh, wait, shoot, I have to, let me see it. Did it work, though? It did work, it looks like. Yeah, perf inserted and everything like that. Okay, cool. So we're going to be cruising at flight level 270 it has us at today. Kind of scares me that's even higher than the Pittsburgh flight, but we'll see. Slammer 341. Cost index 99. Cruising at flight level 270. We might not end up doing that. We'll see. I don't know. Dulles, we're going to go off runway. We'll go off 30, I guess. I mean, wind's calm. We'll go off 30. It's not that much different from one center anyways. Runway 30, we're going to be on the Jacoby 4 departure with the A-guard transition. Interesting. And then JFK has us on the approach for 13 left. 13 left. ILS 13 left, we'll take it. And then no arrival. Really? Okay. So no star, I guess. We'll just take a via. We could take it from Cover. For 13 left. All right. Perf page is done. That's done. Again, do the reverse hat. We're going to JFK. Perf is good, fuel is good, secondary flight plan, copy the active, and everything looks good, just like that. Let's go ahead and get the beacon light on. Let's start the flight. And then let's prepare for pushback and departure. Deboarding isn't done. All right, let me restart Kutao. Do we have the fuel that we need? How much does it want us to have? It wants us to have 12.3. We have 12.3, so it's good. Okay. So APU still on and everything. We are ready to rock and roll. While whatever's happening is happening, we can just step through this real fast. To Riggins, radar vectors to Riggins, Jacoby outbound on the departure. And like I said, kind of weird. It just, we can just clear this and just tie that into Cover. So we'll go through those waypoints and then Cover for the ILS 13 left approach into John F. Kennedy's International Airport. So let's go ahead and request.
Boarding
No,
requested.
gosh dang it. Gotta do it again. It was $1,300. I thought it was only. I didn't even look. I'm not gonna lie. Per pushback and departure. Denalda's fine. I'm gonna slap somebody if they say they're waiting. Okay. Let me see. My flights. Yeah, I did. It took $1,300. You're right. Well, I don't know. I don't know what it wants me to do. I mean, I don't know where it. Like, it's still saying in kgs too. I don't know. Like, I don't even know what it wants me to do. As see if I'm just trying to maximize our profits. No, it makes sense, but I don't know what to do. Like, what do I do? I would love to not get charged $1,300 for landing overweight.
Departure
But
checks completed.
like,
Bypass pin
it doesn't
inserted.
tell you before you load up that you're going to be overweight. It doesn't tell you whenever you load up that you're going to be overweight or not. So I'm just like, I didn't know what to do. I tried to take the passengers down a little bit on this flight, so hopefully that works. We'll see.
Locking gear.
Probably should turn the radar off for him, but it's alright. We'll just cook him. We're gonna get in and out of here. Let's see, that guy's going to San Francisco. What is he on? He's on 3442. Oh, he just hasn't made any calls. We're gonna go nose left.
Release parking brakes, please.
Parking brake is released.
Commencing push.
Everything on the overhead looks good. We
All
got a beacon on. We got the
engines
APU
clear.
on.
Start at will.
Let's go ahead and start them up. Ignition to start. And we'll turn engine number 1. The quickest of turns right there. That's what I've been doing, putting the passengers down a few. Seems to be working out. Okay. Yeah, we'll see how that works. I dropped it to like 160. But like, I wish it would tell you, you know what I'm saying, Limp? Like, whenever you go to book the flight, it should say you're overweight, or you're going to be overweight when you land, or you're going to be overweight. Like, I don't know. It doesn't bother me that much. Like, I had a comment, somebody said, like, don't use New Sky or whatever. Like, it doesn't bother me that much. Like, it's flight sim. It doesn't really, the money doesn't, like, mean anything anyways. So it's like, who cares, kind of. But, I don't know. The New Sky thing is kind of ticking me off. Like, it seems like a good idea in concept, but, like, there's so much work that they could do, that they need to do. I don't know. Oh shoot, forgot about the other engine. Alright, so we got good engine start number 1. Let's go to start number 2. Get slammer air. Look at that. I can't believe we have a virtual airline now. It's crazy.
Please set parking brakes.
Alright, let's go inside and set those brakes. Brakes set.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
We'll let them know we got a good engine start. Go
Cockpit
away.
to ground. We have a good engine start.
Yeah, we do have 2 good engine starts. Let's go ahead and turn the ignition off. We'll go ahead and center that, arm that, flaps 1. And everything else is good for now. We'll just have to wait for them to disconnect the tow. We thought that they'd update a little bit more, but at the end of the day, it's just for fun. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's the other thing too, is like, I would be more upset if like the money meant something, like if we were losing that money like every time and like we couldn't buy a new airplane or something like that. But like, we can do whatever we want. It doesn't really matter whether we're operating in the negative or not. So it's kind of like, you know, I mean, it is kind of like whatever. Put those on nav 2, I guess. since we use nav 1 on the way here, and they are disconnecting everything now. As soon as they're done, we will get out of here.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
All right, that guy's gone. That's good enough for me. Let's go ahead and flip the light on and start rolling. No. Watch Dulles traffic slammer 341 taxi runway 30 Zulu Yankee 11 Dulles. Let's see if I can take off config this yet. Auto brake max. Good call. Thank you. Takeoff, no blue. We're pretty much ready to rock and roll here. Blasting on up to JFK. There goes somebody to the guy going to San Francisco. It's a nice long flight for him. How long say the flight time is? 45 minutes. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. We're gonna have to take a shortcut or two probably. I'm thinking we honestly probably, like, once we get up, we just go like direct to, because it takes us, it's this big freaking turn all the way around, like east of Philly, like all the way up the east coast. I'm thinking we honestly just get out of here, probably go direct to Riggins, and then like direct to like an initial approach fix on the approach or something like that, and kind of just call it a day, because that's a really long route for this flight. It gave me a different squawk code. I forgot. 7060. 7060 on the squawk, and we'll just recycle that real fast. Watch Dulles traffic. Slammer 341 taking runway 30 for departure on the Jacoby 4 Dulles. Here we go, lights on. Let's get some togas in the chat, boys. Here we go, strobes on. Let's blast on out of Washington Dulles International. Spool them up, Fury. Wow, okay. Let me wait. I don't want to get a center line deviation. All right, and set takeoff power. Manflex 66 SRS runway. What? They're most definitely set. $300 knots. V1 and rotate. Oh, is it a rig goose coming up outside? And let's say they just give us direct to Riggins. It's a big right turn. David, what's up? Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Lever climb. There's thrust climb. Let's keep the climb coming. 10,000. We'll go autopilot on. Arjas, what's up? Welcome to the stream. What's going on, man? All right, we're literally gonna do this. We're gonna go Riggins, and then we're gonna go direct to Telex, which is an intermediate fix. Don't try this at home, kids. Well, after Riggins, after Riggins, after Riggins. After Riggins, we're gonna do that. Flaps up. Lime checklist. In the midst of class right now. Oh, that sucks. How's it going? Right back at it. Dang, you're already back at it? That's kind of crazy. Wait, no. Which ones? I always forget which ones it is. I wish I recorded that thing I did with Pilot Luke. Not too bad? Okay, good. How's she enjoying clinicals? She's doing well. I think harder than she thought. Cause I guess like the layout, like you still have to study a ton. Like while you're doing clinicals 5 days a week. Like her first one from was like 9 to 7 too. So it's like all day, and then you have to come home and study. So I think it just depends which one you have though, but. So yeah, we are gonna change this up. Let's go direct to Telex now. And obviously that's a big time shortcut here. That's again, that's the intermediate fix. This is the route it had us going on. It had us going on some crazy, like, all the way up the coast. So we're just gonna cut all that off and just go direct to Telex for now. Now the other thing too though is I don't know if I want to go all the way up to 270. Telex is only 189 miles away. Let's do like maybe, let's do like 210 for now and just kind of see where that's at. Does it have a top descent for us already? 30 miles? Yeah, so I mean, it'd be less than 100 miles if we do 210. So let's just do that. Let's just do 210. So we'll go to flight level 210, and that'll be our final for the day. Let's go ahead and turn off our landing lights, and that's it. We'll leave the passenger signs on for now as well. David said, doing good, doing a flight 2, doing long haul, Manchester to New York. Nice, 787-900 or 9 Dreamliner. 2 hours 25 minutes in. There's still about 4 hours left. Nice, dude. 787 is a great plane, man. I've been thinking about getting back in that for a little while. That's a great plane. The bus of the air. That's right, Mexican Aviator. Disarm the spoilers as well. That should have been done a while ago, but let's see the .CTAF K JFK. Oh shoot, I forgot. I can't do that there. 19.1 is the CTAF and JFK, so we'll get that ready for when we get over there. Oh, really limp. Are we very active now? Let's see. My Airlines, Slammer Air. Yes, we are very active now. Nice. What if we just go on the main roads instead of the air? That would take a very long time. Well said, Mr. Hardjoss. Make sure to show the support on Twitch. Like and subscribe if you guys haven't yet as well. Consider becoming a member, and if you want to get anything on ProDesk Sim, I've got a 15% off this code there as well. Anyone listening to the new Morgan Wallen album? Oh, let's get LS mode off. Plan to flight for next week, London Gatwick to Los Angeles. Oh, dude, that's a sick flight. That's an awesome idea, David. And our boy Brennan, dude, I had that flight drawn up. I literally have a thumbnail made for it. It's London Heathrow to LA, but that same thing with Norse in the 7879. I keep saying 900, dude. In the 7879 as well. So that's a fun flight, man. You got to enjoy that one. All right, let's go standard altimeter setting. So we should be on top from here on out. And just give me a little bit here, guys. I'm going to go take a quick break, and I'll be right back. Woo! Perfect timing. All right, we'll set altitude at telex 2100. 2100 is set. Let me go ahead and start on down. Go low auto brake. Seatbelt signs never came off anyway, so we're good to go there. And we'll set up our perf information as well. Weather 3035 on the altimeter. Temperature is 21. Wind is 190 at 10. Ready for another bouncer here, guys. 213 on the minimums. 213 on the mids. Everything looks good there in terms of our descent, and we are rocking and rolling. Let me go back here. Favorite flight is Dubai to Newcastle using Emirates United Emirates 35. Use 777-300, 7 hours 5 minutes. Nice, man, very nice. Watch without audio, hard jaws, no worries. Loving the 320. 320 is great, dude. Hard jaws, yeah, you can get mod on Twitch too. I don't think we really need it, but. All right, there you go. Hope through 18,000. Let's get our altimeter set. 3035 looks good. That's a crazy autocorrect there.
2,500.
Alright, sorry about that. Probably gonna have to resequence here, I would assume. Actually, do we? Or is this perfect timing? Oh my gosh, it's perfect timing, dude. I got caught up talking to the maintenance guys here at the apartment. Woo! Nope, we're good. We're good, Lib. I'm here. Let's see what's the traffic situation looking like here in JFK. Oh shoot, they have ground tower and approach online? Oh my gosh. Well. We got everything armed. Speed brake can go away and get armed. Yeah, guys, go drop a follow on Twitch if you haven't already. Heck of a shortcut you took there. You ever thought about a face cam hard, Joss? Yeah, and no. That's just not gonna happen. John F. Kennedy traffic slammer 341, turn at final runway 13 left, John F. Kennedy.
Calling advise information echo.
Oh, hey there, it's Slammer 341. We're on final for 13 left. We have echo. No, we don't.
If you had echo, you know we're running the 2-2s.
Would you like us to go to 2-2s then?
Correction, Encore 1337, left turn heading 180, frequency change approved. Left turn heading 180, frequency change approved, Encore 1337, thank you very much. Slammer 341, 1 tree left, clear to land.
1 left, clear to land, Slammer 341. We got
Delta
caught.
742, heavy, hold short, 2-2 right, traffic is inbound, 1 tree left. We are running the 2-2s, but they're on the 13s. Just hold short for 2-2 right for now. I'll have you going momentarily. Continue hold at Delta 2-2 right.
I don't know, what's ground gonna be? I don't even know.
Heading aircraft, I just want to take note, I do know Real World is running the RNAV, 1 tree left, and RNAV 2-2 left, departing 1 tree left. Unfortunately, I do have to adhere by the standards put forth by the ZMY SOP.
Holy smokes.
And with the current wind at 200 at 10, that calls for the 2-2s. So although it may be, Real World may be running something differently, my apologies for having to adhere to the standards put forth by the SOP here. And thank everyone for their patience.
Sorry for taking 13 left. I didn't even know you guys were on.
No, no problem.
Flight slow. Flight slow.
We're correcting that.
Flight slow.
Oh, thanks, Spooled Up. Appreciate it.
Minimum.
No, it doesn't look like anything came through. We'll take a look at it here.
Flight slow. Flight slow.
Bicep's fine.
Flight slow.
40, 30.
Power to idle,
20,
and we'll start that
retard.
flare. And we're gonna just float it. Oh, at least we didn't bounce it. We'll just get on the brakes now so we can get off as soon as possible for everybody.
Livery 341, welcome to Kennedy, right, when able, ground 121.9er.
Right turn, ground point 9, Slammer 341. Sorry about that.
No problem. Delta 742 Heavy, Canyon Tower 22 right, line up and wait.
Alright, we will, wait, not the parking brake, my fault. I believe we're on 21.9, we're at 21.9. Ground, hello, Slammer 341, off 13 left at, Charlie, looks like. I don't know what we're on, Delta Bravo? Delta Bravo, sorry.
Yeah, Lima Mike 341, welcome to New York. Taxi left on Alpha to your gate. Have a lovely day.
Alpha the gate, thanks for the ATC, Slammer 341, see ya. Alright. I guess it worked.
42, you're cleared across my 31 right at Echo now, so you can taxi.
Right across the 31 at Echo, so 542.
Dude, we just shut down John F. Kennedy for like... Oh my gosh, dude. Left on Alpha, he says. We literally just shut down John F. Kennedy for a little bit there. Okay, everything looks good here though. Let's pick the flaps up. We've got our lights off. That should be off. You ready for that phone number? I just never call, bro. I'll take this first right. Uh-oh, Limp must want the stream to be over.
Limp Rocket here tipped $10 through Super Chat. Enjoyed watching the captain use the Livery to the last minute and land the plane.
Ground Delta 7426 Heavy, confirm we are cleared to cross 31 right.
Let's just disconnect. We're just gonna get off of VATSIM right now. Let's get some W's in the chat for Limp, bro. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Limp, you are the GOAT. But spooled up, thank you very much for your attempted donation. I gotta try to, we'll try to find out, what did you do? Was it a super chat? Or what did you try to donate? Well, let's get some W's in the chat for Limp as well. Thank you so much, bro. Yeah, we rode that out to the last minute. I was not expecting to get caught yapping out there, but I did. All right, see the APU bleeds on, and then we'll turn the engines off. And we can close the flights. Let me see. It's below 10%. Get the beacon off. There we go.
The boarding requested.
And we'll get some deboarding up in here and see what's going on. Oh geez, not one of my proudest moments here running this channel, but what are you gonna do sometimes, I guess. That looks like everybody's deboarding.
Passengers deboarding started.
All right, let's take a look at New Sky and see how we did. There we go. So we fixed the weight issue, I guess, by turning it down to about 160 passengers. Still made $11,000 too. So not too shabby. Nice touchdown, didn't bounce it, so we'll take that, and a perfect 10.0 on the flight, guys. So we would definitely take that. Definitely a rocky stream today, but really appreciate everybody stopping by. Limp, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Really appreciate it. And spooled up again. I don't know what happened there. I'll take a look and see if it went anywhere else or something like that. I'll look at my earnings and see if it went anywhere. But again, thanks for being here, guys. Really appreciate all you. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And join the Discord and consider joining the Slammer Air team as well with the link in the description. So hope you guys all have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow, probably 11:30. I guess 11:30. Between this flight, let me say, between this flight and a few others we've had not monitored Miami, we're getting quite the reputation. Oh my gosh. Not our finest work. Not our finest work here at Slammer Air sometimes, but it's alright. You win some, you lose some. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.